Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to the Backlog Podcast number 31. I'm Matt.
Oh shit, we're live? Hey, I'm
We're,
Quintessence.
so, this podcast, we're going to try a few things a little bit differently. Nothing crazy or anything like that, but we're going to try to keep it really short. I think our goal is to aim for like an hour and a half to an hour max, right?
Yup. That is the goal.
And so, we are going to go ahead and delve straight into She-Hulk episodes 3 and 4.
She-Hulk.
Yeah, right?
We're just skipping the first part.
What was the first part?
Animes that impacted you.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me, you know what?
That's how you had it ordered.
I did. Okay. So here's the problem. Is
If you don't
because
want to do it, it's
no. No, that's not it. It's that I have Discord up. I didn't have anything written down in Notepad. So, I'm gonna have to really quickly go through, grab that information, and put it on
okay.
on a notepad.
Discord's showing on stream right
yeah,
now. So.
I know. That's why I didn't want to do it.
Oh, okay.
Notepad.
Well, I was asking if that stuff was finalized.
Yeah, it's finalized. It's fine.
Enough.
It's
I
fine.
don't even remember it, but it's finalized. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. Finalized. All right.
Seems fine.
Yo, so we were gonna talk about today. I wanted to do on this podcast. I want to do more talking points and have more discussions about things instead of necessarily current events and things that are going on. Because I think it'll be a little bit more interesting and a little bit more fun and involved than talking about a bunch of stuff that me or you haven't read up on.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, I think simplifying and downsizing will really help us to find an audience and move forward.
Yeah, man. Also, if those of you that did find us, wherever you are, if you can give us 5 stars on any of the podcast services that you listen to, it would greatly help the podcast and help other people find us as well. So let's get into the first question here, and that is, what are animes that impacted you? Now, this could be this year, could be growing up as a kid, and by impacted you, it could mean, hey, I felt very emotionally attached to this anime. I cried watching it. You know what I mean? It made me keep watching anime, or whatever the medium may be. So I don't know if you have anything you wanted to start with right off the bat. Like, I'm thinking like maybe we could delve into like more formative gears. I don't know if there's something that really was what got you started watching anime.
Well, what really started me watching anime was, oddly enough, just Toonami.
Toonami.
Yeah, Toonami. Like, Gundam Wing and Ronin Warriors and Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff. It really just like kickstarted things for me. One of the biggest ones was definitely Gundam Wing, because it made me realize that I just freaking love mecha and like everything about mecha.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, Wing's not like the best series or anything, but it really just cemented that like love and appreciation for the mecha genre.
Yeah, man. I think pretty much in the States wasn't like Gundam Wing not that popular in Japan.
No, not incredibly. It was like relatively popular, but not like superstar.
Yeah, but
The
like
designs are still really like good. Like all the Gundams, people are like, oh, those Gundams are fantastic designs. The stories, it's okay. But the Gundams, they look fantastic.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, for me as a kid, like, obviously the uh, the storyline wasn't gonna do it for me. But
You don't
Heavy
like
Arm,
the political heaviness and like deep discussions about like the radicalization of.
I mean, there was a lot of that, but
There was a lot.
and if you weren't paying attention, it's going right over your head.
Oh, you missed an episode. You're like, wait, what happened?
What happened? Yeah,
Oh, they're here doing this now. Why?
yeah, right.
You know. Oh well.
I mean, I think obviously, if that's not gonna get your attention, then Heavy Arms will. You know,
It's true.
Wing Zero will.
Exactly.
And
Death
uh,
Scythe. Death
yeah,
Scythe's still one of the most popular Gundams.
yeah, for sure. What's up, Anjim? How you doing, man?
Hey, Anjim.
But yeah, no, I think Gundam Wing was pretty huge for me as well, and I'm trying to think of like trying to think of another Gundam that came before that one, but I can't really. I mean, I think that was really the first Gundam that kind of stuck in the United States.
Probably. Because after Gundam Wing aired and it was successful, they actually picked up like the original Gundam and put it
Mm-hmm.
on Toonami for a while. And I don't think they actually played that to completion, but then
G Gun,
after that they picked up G Gundam. Yep,
yeah,
G
G Gundam
Gundam.
came after that. Um, and yeah, man, G Gundam's great. I think G Gundam's probably my favorite
G
of that
Gundam's
era.
like the shonen Gundam. It's like, oh, you like shonen anime, but you also like mecha? Boy, do I got a show for you.
Yep.
They even have like powers for some reason.
I mean, it's the you know the it's the key. But yeah,
Yeah.
the yeah, G Gundam was great. I mean I really kind of dug all the Gundams. Even like double O, is it like double O 80 and like double O
There's a
83
few.
were
Yeah.
great. There was like Stardust Memories. There was
Stardust
O
Memories.
08th MS Team.
Yeah. Oh
Uh,
wait, the MS team is really good.
it's definitely a mass. It's a really good. And they had
Gundam
like,
Seed is
yeah. I mean, I think once they after a while they brought Gundam Seed, and I just couldn't get into it, man. There was a lot.
it happens.
There was a lot. I think
Gundam Seed is very divisive with most people in the camp of man, Seed sucked. And other people like, I mean yeah, but it was really cool, right? I mean kinda. It's kinda
a lot
cool.
of people really like Seed. I just could never find it in myself to be like, yeah, this is great. And then I never knew what they were fighting for. And then there was a girl that kept basically like, ooh, that guy in the other team's pretty hot. Let me go create a love triangle. And then, I don't know. Just seems like
Artificially generated love triangle.
seems super inappropriate to do, especially in a war. But, hey
What
man.
you gonna do?
But hey,
They're
he's
teens.
yeah, true.
The teen soldier Gundam thing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think Gundam Wing is great. And and if we would have gotten Big O.
It's true.
Big
We would
O,
have gotten Big O.
Big
Big
O's
O was cool.
fantastic. Yeah. Um, Basically, robot Spike Spiegel, like giant robot Spike Spiegel.
But before Gundam, there was like Voltron. We ended up getting Voltron, like the old show, which
Yeah,
was Go Lion.
Big O anime. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Um, yeah. They had Voltron stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I was never. I think I was too young to get into Voltron, and even then, I think like
I just never knew those were animes at that point. I was just like, oh, giant robot is cool.
yeah, I mean, fair enough. I also think like to be fair, a lot of anime back then was pretty trash. At least the ones
I
that
mean,
came.
I watched Speed Racer, so Samurai Pizza Cats.
Samurai
all
Pizza
that
Cats.
good stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Not
yeah.
even knowing they're anime. That's just the weird stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
You watch all this stuff and then you're like, wait, that was anime. Oh, that was anime. That was also anime. Was my childhood actually accidentally filled with anime? It was. It was actually.
It was called Japanimation though.
You know?
Uh, the I think I'm trying to think of like what the big first one for me was though, like the very very first one, and I think that it was definitely probably Pokemon or Digimon as being
Digimon. Yeah, there it
as my
was.
first ones. I mean, I know Dragon Ball is in there as well, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I would say that that's the first. But I know I first like uh got very attached to Digimon, like because Pokemon was on WB and that didn't play where I lived for some reason. Like that channel wouldn't come in.
What? Oh, that's super weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
the WB Fox would come
Huh?
in, but not
Huh.
the WB, not Kids
Hmm.
WB. Like it would come in sometimes, but like where my
So
dad
you didn't get
lived,
Yu-Gi-Oh? Yu-Gi-Oh!
my dad would pre-record Yu-Gi-Oh. And so I would go just so I could watch it because
There it is.
I told him that I didn't have WB. So he would pre-record it I think every Saturday or Sunday and then I'd go over his house and then I'd watch it. But yeah, man.
Nice.
Um Pretty much like
That's some good dad energy right there.
yeah, he was a good guy. You know, he had his moments. Grew up with both Digimon and Pokemon. Yeah, so you were lucky, man. I didn't have either of those. I found them like, you know, UPN, the I don't remember that channel, but
Yeah, no, I do.
they would play like Pokemon early in the morning
Oh,
at like
okay.
6 sometimes. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, other than that, like, what about you? What do you think was your first anime?
I mean, like, first actual, like, I know this is anime?
Like, I want to watch every episode of this anime.
Ooh, that was... Okay, so, back in the day, right? When I was a kid, we had a weird channel. It was called the International Channel. And really, it was more like just the Asian channel. Like, it had, like, Korean dramas
Mm-hmm.
and like Japanese TV shows and just like all manner of things, like Chinese TV shows, just a bunch of stuff. And then starting at like 1 in the morning, it would start playing some anime.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would stay up or sneak into the living room and turn on and watch the TV to
A.
catch the Slayers. And
Mm-hmm.
Slayers was in Japanese, and then they had English subtitles.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that was like one of the first like anime experiences. I was like, oh, this medium is actually amazing. I love this shit. And I
Yeah.
watched so much of the Slayers. And it's just like the most like stock basic story with like magic and shit. It's just a fun ride, you know?
You know what I think?
Classic anime comedy slapstick,
You know what I think?
inappropriate sexual advances, all that old
Oh.
anime goodness.
Oh yeah, big Master Roshi energy.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I think is I think the thing about anime is that when you would go to school and you would talk to other people about it, nobody knew what you were talking about.
Right?
And so
Exactly.
a lot of the connections and friendships that I made was from people who knew what the thing that I liked was.
Yup. Same.
So, um, I think the other thing that anime really did well in the States is it made you feel special, as weird as that sounds.
Hmm.
Because it
Okay.
felt like, you knew about this thing. It's like why don't more people know about this? Like I
That's
guess,
true.
I mean I don't know, like nobody around me knows it. How many people know about this? I don't know.
Yeah. Toonami kind of changed that though. Like when Dragon Ball Z was airing, when
Mm-hmm.
Sailor Moon was airing, Gundam, people were just talking about it. Like, yo, do you see this show? Like these giant robots who just kick the shit out of each other. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Or oh, you see this show? Like this kid like fights with this green guy and all this cool stuff happens.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
super vague statements about various animes.
The various are. Yeah. Or
And then the girls were just like swooning over Tuxedo Mask and Sailor Moon and stuff.
yeah.
It was a fun time.
I remember like there were those people that were like, "Hey, you've ever seen this thing?" And they're like, "Yeah, that's the one where this." And it's like, "Oh, you mean like Ronin Warriors?" And they're like, "No, no, no, it's something else."
Yeah.
And it's like, "No, no, no, that's Ronin Warriors." You know what I mean? You ever met those
Yeah.
people before? It's always kind of really funny.
Yeah.
But
Or the Death Note people, where it seems like the only anime they ever watched in their entire life is
is
Death
Death
Note,
Note?
and their entire taste of anime revolves around Death Note.
Huh? I don't know if
Like
I ever
that's their
met.
character trait, liking Death Note. I met a lot of like people like that
What
in
would they be
like
called? Like Death
high school.
Noters?
I don't freaking know, dude. They just really liked Death Note. Like you'd be talking about some other anime, right?
Uh huh.
Like something completely unrelated. You'd be like Dragon Ball Z or something, or Yu-Gi-Oh or something. Like, dude, but have you seen Death Note? That
But
like
have
really
you seen
changed
it
like my
though?
life views on like everything. It blew my mind. I didn't even know anything could be that good. That kind of shit.
Can I just say that I don't like Death Note? Can I? I'm just gonna put that out
Sure.
there. I'm gonna put that out
I
there.
I can say I liked the first half of Death Note,
Yes, and then it's the second half that they
and then the
attempt
second half
that
just
they
the antagonist I enjoyed is gone.
becomes a different person.
He's replaced by two children, and one is a super genius. I don't know, and whatever.
What a weird show.
With
What a
crazy leaps of
weird.
logic, just
Yes.
to like get the main character caught. This new character has to have the most insane leaps of logic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, but that was on a Tuesday, and he wasn't home on Tuesday.
Dude, I don't think Death Note's a good anime. I think I'm sure that maybe they stick the landing there, and that's why people really remember it. But
Right.
as soon as is it Light Yagami lays
L.
not is it L as being the main
L's the
character slash
antagonist.
antagonist? Yeah.
L's the antagonist. Light's the boy with the book.
Yeah, Light being the one with the kid who has the Death Note.
Yeah, it's Light.
Yeah, Light. So Light um losing his memory. As soon as he loses his memory, I stop liking the show. Because it's like a bunch of shit happens and then you have to kind of like sit there and be like it feels like they're just scrambling to get back to the story that they had set before.
I mean, as soon as Light killed L through like a contrivancy, after L figured everything out,
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, man, this could have just been the end, and it'd be
It would have been great.
boom, it'd been fine.
But then
Like
they
a little open ended, right? But
mm-hmm.
it could have worked. But instead, no. And now, gifted orphans have to take down Light. So, whatever.
Okay, so now that you said this, I am now never going to watch Death Note.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna watch it. That
You're
sounds
fine. You haven't missed
horrible.
anything.
Look,
N was a really bad character. What can I say?
N?
N. Yeah, that's who takes over for L. N.
That's so stupid,
I think
man.
I think his actual name was like Near.
Near, okay. Near Auto Tomatoes.
Yeah, but he just goes by N.
Um, but yeah, man, I just I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. I couldn't get into it. I tried. Once he lost his memory, I was like, man, okay, I think I'm tapping out on this one.
I'll be
And
honest, I don't even remember that, so
yeah,
maybe I lost my memory too.
yeah, like it's where he like to save people from figuring out who he is. He makes himself forget who he is. If that makes any sense, like in some kind of like, if I remember correctly, and if anybody in the chat like knows that they can also correct me, um, then that's more than fine too.
I don't know. I know that
Um,
was a plot point in Code Geass.
oh, I didn't like that show either.
I liked Code Geass.
I
I
don't.
thought Code Geass was fantastic through and through.
I guess I don't understand what's so great about it, but maybe I
Well,
have
every
to.
battle's kind of like a chess game of chess, like with like the strategies and stuff like that involved. And meanwhile, Zero's playing like this whole mind game with basically an entire nation. Pretty
Oh,
fun.
okay. Um,
Also, there's like some powers and shit mixed in, so why not? And robots, giant robots,
Robobot.
robots,
Uh, yeah.
but not metabots.
Metabot. Yeah. That.
More power, more power.
Hold on one second here. I gotta fix something. So,
It's time to roll battle.
roll battle. Sorry, guys.
Metabots deserve better.
It really did. Like it seemed like it was just
It
stuck on
deserve
like
better.
ABC Family. You know.
Yeah.
It seemed
I
like it was
mean,
just
in Japan, it's still like regarded as like a pretty cool premise and a pretty good series.
really.
And it sometimes like pops up. Yeah, like they released like recently they released like some like little figures of Rokusho and Metabot or Metabee.
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 Meta.
Yeah.
You still watching that Metabot? That Metabee there?
Rokusho and Metabee.
Yeah. I
And
like
the
that
referee
show.
was like the best character.
He
Just popping up out of
was
anywhere.
pretty
Just
damn cool. Uh,
pops out of like a hot dog stand. It's time to roll battle. I officially sanction this match.
yeah. Right.
Put it on
Uh,
the battling committee.
they did a really good job at actually making him a character.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, man. It's so
I don't know. There's so many animes that like are part of like my enjoyment of anime.
I know for me currently, there's only like a few that still keep sticking out to me,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them being Gungrave for
Oh,
whatever
okay.
reason. I remember Gungrave. I watched the entire thing. I really loved the story. I remember being so sad and crying at the end. Because like, oh, he's such a sad, like a sad,
Oh,
prophetic
oh man,
hero. What a poor guy.
poor bastard.
Yeah, right. And but I mean, I did think that and then the relationship between him and Harry McDowell is great. It's kind of what makes the show. Um, did you ever watch Gungrave or anything?
Not all of it. I only caught like bits and pieces of Gungrave through an anime club that we had in high school.
Anime Club, dude. Anime Club was the worst.
It was kind of the worst.
And it's not that the anime itself was
We'll
bad.
watch 4 episodes of this.
And then we're gonna watch.
All right, we'll never watch this again.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Or you put on something especially saucy by accident, and the teacher's just looking at you like, you knew what you were doing, you
Wait,
bastard.
you had teachers that were involved?
Yeah, each club had to have like a teacher that would like guardian the club,
Yeah, we
and our
didn't.
teacher for the most part didn't really care much.
Hmm.
So like, somebody brought in Tenjo Tenge, which is a little bit lewd,
Hmm.
and the teacher wasn't super happy about that.
I actually don't remember what that anime's about.
Oh, Tenjo Tenge?
Hmm.
It's a martial arts anime, but it also has like elements of like the supernatural. And one of the main characters is like this little girl,
Hmm.
but she's actually like an old woman. older woman, and so she like can turn freely between her younger form and her older form. But the problem is generally she's wearing the children's clothes in the older form, so it
Oh,
slightly stretches the fabric and, you know, really just
what's
shows
up?
a lot, you know?
What's up,
It shows a lot.
ADHD? How you doing, man? Um, yeah,
The
no,
whole premise of the show is just like some dudes who get their ass kicked and then they want to be stronger. And
oh,
like the main character, the dude, he's kind of like a Vegeta incarnate, and it's kind of fantastic.
is that the Earth's strongest disciple? Is that the?
No, that's Kenichi.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
History's strongest disciple, Kenichi.
Uh,
Also a very good anime.
yeah.
Very good anime.
Didn't it like end really early though? I'm good. There, streams. We're just chilling. We're talking about some anime that impacted us.
Uh, yeah, the anime ended after like 52 episodes or something like that, but then the manga kept going. And then the manga had a very unsatisfying end, unfortunately.
Oh, like Air
Yeah.
Gear. Well, I don't know if the manga had a. I don't know if you're
I
watching.
don't know how the Air Gear manga ended, so maybe?
Yeah, it's like Air Gear or Gantz. I think Gantz like only like ended a couple of years ago, but
Uh,
which had
yeah.
like a crazy
Oh, no,
ending.
yeah, Gantz did end not long ago. That's true.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, man, is there anything like that you want to mention in particular? Any animes in particular that you have to talk about before we kind of
Um,
move on from here?
there is one, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of in the vein of Metabots. It's called Angelic Layer.
Oh, I have never heard of this.
Yeah, and so Angelic Layer is about so it's basically dolls fighting, and you have like a psychic link with your doll,
Mm-hmm.
and they're in like an arena and they fight constantly, and there's like tournament arcs and like all kinds of shit going on all the time. It's like more wacky characters. It's not like a super serious show. It's just kind of like a fun. Oh, these dolls are just beating the shit out of each other, and they got like some funny characters.
Huh. I'll pop this
Yeah,
on
it's
the stream here, show everybody.
Angelic Layer is just like kind of like a fun romp through like some old school anime as anime.
Huh. Well, let me see this
And I
really
feel
quick.
like it just hasn't gotten much exposure.
It definitely looks. Whoa.
It's an
Okay.
old school anime as anime, dude.
It's like definitely Metabots. Has like a Metabots feel for sure.
Yeah,
So are
for sure.
are like the robots? Are they didn't really show a whole lot, but
The robots are like
are they
basically
sentient?
sentient. Yeah, they're basically sentient.
Okay.
And then you also once you have like the visor on and like you're in the battles, you can like give them commands and stuff like that and
Huh.
fight with them basically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've never
The
even heard of that.
animation's pretty good. I feel like it still kind of holds up. So like I'd say it's a solid ass little show that
Yeah,
just
man.
doesn't get any love.
No.
Poor thing.
I
Poor
yeah.
thing.
This is the first time ever hearing about it.
Exactly.
Let's see.
But that's about it for me.
Yo, man. I mean, obviously, just definitely Dragon Ball being up there for me,
Yeah.
and Flint the Time Detective, Digimon
Okay.
being pretty huge. And then, I think, like, now that I've gotten older, unfortunately, I don't make time to watch anime anymore.
That's unfortunate.
Which is, I mean, I don't have time. I, like, don't even watch TV shows, man. Not unless,
Huh.
not unless
Not unless
we,
we're reviewing them.
yeah, not unless we review them. Do I watch the TV shows? And it's mostly because I'm always busy doing this stuff. So it's not because I wouldn't want to, because honestly, a lot of anime seems really fun. But
Yeah, anime is dope. It's a great medium.
yeah, I want to watch more of it, and I might have to ask you for some recommendations.
Oh, for
So
sure. I got you.
She-Hulk, man. What did you think
She-Hulk.
of the past 2 episodes of She-Hulk?
Um. Okay. So I don't think it's the worst thing on television.
Mm-hmm.
People are kind of like blowing that out of proportion.
Oh, for sure.
The CGI seems to be getting worse somehow. I'm not sure
Eh.
how, but I don't know what's going on actually. It's really confusing. Uh, the storylines are nonsensical and I don't know, it just doesn't seem to have much
Me
going
to it.
for it right now for me. Yeah, it seems like just kind of like meandering, aimless. Oh, this is funny reference. Ho ho ho. Kind of stuff. Like
It
I don't know.
it is a little strange. I do think that it's supposed to be like a comedy. That's really what it
It
kind of plays
is.
itself
Yeah.
off of. Is like this week, this shenanigans happen. Oh,
Yeah. Ho
which I'm
ho. Fourth wall break.
which I mean I'm fine
Isn't that
with.
wacky?
I'm fine with it. I don't know. I think they're basically using this to kind of world build, and they're using She-Hulk as like a vehicle to be like, all these like
Kind of like
lame ass,
fill in the gaps.
yeah, all these lame ass characters. Yo, here they are. Um, I think
Did you
that
just call Wong a lame ass character?
not Wong in particular, but they
Okay.
they had
Okay.
like that shapeshifter that was like the main bad guy in episode 3, and
Yeah,
she,
that was weird.
yeah, and like essentially she was just like Megan the Stallion, just being Megan the which I mean there
Yep.
was Megan the Stallion in the last
Yep.
episode, straight up twerking.
Episode 3 and episode. No, it was just episode 3,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, she just
Yeah.
made an appearance in episode 3. And I remember people talking about how, like, before that came out, they were like, Megan the Stallion's gonna be in the MCU. And then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay, well, that's a little strange.
And
And
then
then
she's
she,
famous in the MCU.
yeah,
Woo!
no, I mean, like, I mean, I don't know. But,
Whatever.
but yeah,
I've seen weirder inserts. I've seen Game of Thrones and Ed Sheeran, so
what? Game of Thrones and Ed Sheeran?
yeah,
Is
yeah.
he in Game of
He
Thrones?
was he was he was a bard in Game of Thrones as like a cameo.
Okay, whatever.
Yep. I
That's
know.
that's
Yeah,
kind of
no, that was
strange.
that was
Yeah,
that was everyone's reaction. Oh, okay, whatever. Moving on.
yeah, just as you do with Ed Sheeran,
Yeah,
he's kind of just there, and
just make him a bard, have him sing.
his music's not
It's
terrible,
fine.
but it's also not like, hey, I need to go out and listen to Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, it's definitely not that.
So yeah, no, I mean, I did think it was interesting. I did think it was kind of cool that they brought back Abomination and kind of explained that, and then furthermore, building off of what happened in Shang-Chi and how even though they didn't explain why it happened, which I think is kind of stupid considering it was a court case,
Yeah.
and then they brought Wong into it. It seemed like a missed opportunity to have them tell, the court or you, the viewer, why he had done that in Shang-Chi.
Well, Wong said why.
He did?
Wong said why he did it. Yeah, he said it was like his like kumite, his like challenge as Sorcerer Supreme. He wanted like an actual fight against something, and so he chose Abomination.
Okay. It's, I mean, did they explain why that has to happen?
Oh no, Wong just wanted a challenge.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, I know.
That's incredibly dumb. Looks like we kind of
Yeah,
dropped
I
some
know.
frames here, but
Oh, did we?
yeah, a little bit.
Nice. I love to drop frames.
But yeah, no, I did. So far, I think it's been going okay. And then episode 4 again is another like, you know, oh, they and then at the end they had like the wrecking crew, which it's kind of cool that they had the wrecking crew in there because again it kind of shows how like they're going to be building up to Secret Wars, and the wrecking crew, at least one of the members of the wrecking crew is an important part of the Secret Wars, but also the Wrecking Crew is in Secret Wars as well. Um, and they're like, oh yeah, we got Asgardian, equipment or whatever. They try to take,
Yeah.
She-Hulk's blood, which it seems like they're going to be trying to. I think. See, here's what I think. I think they're going to be trying to make other Hulks, like other
I can
Hulk
see it.
characters in the
Yeah.
show, probably as like other villains or whatever. I wouldn't be terribly surprised. And then of course I'm still curious to see why Hulk is going into space. Uh, like
Yeah.
where is he going? Because they never say. Who's my favorite Marvel character? I don't really have one. I like a lot of characters. I mean, I like Captain America. I think it's pretty cool, but he retired now. So I mean, at least in the
Favorite
MCU.
Marvel character? Oh
Yeah,
shit, mine's Doctor Strange. Doctor Stephen Strange.
Doctor Strange. That's an
Yeah,
interesting
I love
choice.
Doctor Strange. Sorcerer Supreme. He's just a cool ass character,
Yeah. I mean, he's
and his story's great.
yeah. Damn. Who do I like? I mean, I used to be a big Daredevil fan. Used to really enjoy
Oh, okay.
Daredevil. And I'm glad that they're bringing him back. I think the next episode after this one, they're gonna have Daredevil in it. If I'm not
Hell yeah,
mistaken.
Doctor Strange is awesome.
What?
Daredevil, Daredevil's kind of cool. Blind man with a walking stick fighting crime. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's cool.
I like the street level characters. I like the street level a lot of street level characters. Or
As you can tell, I kind of like the cosmic level characters.
yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, cosmic level is pretty dope too. I mean, I kind of like
Yeah,
I enjoy everyone for the most part. I don't,
that's fair.
but yeah. What did you think of? What about you, ADHD? Who's your favorite Marvel character? Um, but Quinn, what did you think of episode 4? Just to keep it pushing.
Episode 4. Oh, we're done with 3.
Oh, what did you think of 3? Like, if
I
you
mean,
had
like,
anything else you wanted to.
I loved the family interactions.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Wasn't that
fun.
wasn't that 2 though? Like
Or was
her.
that or was that episode 2?
Yeah,
I think
like
that
2. I
that
believe
was episode 2.
2 was like her doing like chores and stuff for.
Yeah, it was.
'Cause
Whoops. Oh well.
the only reason I remember that is because you had said that in episode
Yeah,
2.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, because near the end she's like they're talking and whatever.
Yeah, she's
Um,
like moving the TV and
but
stuff.
they did have
All
they did
this kind of like mushes together for me at this point.
yeah
I'll be
they
honest.
they did have the family come in and talk to her, and be like, "Yo, you did you call the police about that gang
Yeah,
attacking you?"
the dad's concern was kind of cute, but wholly unnecessary.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess it was kind of
I feel like
unnecessary.
the humor just didn't really hit for me for episode 3.
No,
No, I I'd give episode 3 like a literally like a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
Yeah,
Yeah, how would
yeah.
I how would I rank
I
episode?
I'm not happy with episode 3.
Uh, okay. Damn, episode 3. What would I give a rating of episode 3? I don't know. I think it's like a 5. It's like a 5. It's fine. It's like it's not bad. It's just you watch it to get to episode 4. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I did, but I do think it's cool that
It's
they're
an intermediary between 2 and 4. It works. It serves its purpose.
right. I mean, I don't think it's bad. I think it's kind of cool that they're bringing back these other characters. Like I like how they bring back Abomination, and they actually have him like act in an episode. Um,
Yeah.
I haven't watched She-Hulk yet. Would you recommend it? Um,
So far,
it's
I wouldn't.
hard to say. Honestly, I would say if you want to catch up, we're going to be reviewing it every week. Um, at this point, I believe we're going to be reviewing it every week. We might do it like every other week. But yeah, like if you want to stay up to point with us, you feel free to watch it. I don't think it's a bad show. I don't think it's terrible. I like it. I liked it. I'd say watch it. Um, meow. There she is. It's Thunder.
The guest of the week
It's the guest of the week. Um,
every week.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So going and then going into episode 4.
Yeah, episode
Um,
4.
yeah, a lot of stuff happened. You sound like you were kind of disappointed with it.
Well, okay, so I still like Wong. Wong's still great. Uh, Donnie Blaze or whatever just got on my nerves. Uh,
He's an actual Marvel character, right?
I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember
Let me
anyone.
figure this out. But you were talking about what you
But
thought.
so it seemed like another just kind of meandering episode. Um, it kind of shows like that this is just gonna be more of like a chill episodic thing than any kind of big like story piece, and they're really trying to lean heavily on the comedy, but the comedy for me personally just isn't really working.
No.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I liked Madison. She was funny.
Yeah.
Wong's always great. Uh, there's not a lot of praise to go into this episode.
Um. I, I mean,
Madison's casual mention of making like a contract with the demon was one of the highlights for me.
I'm surprised they didn't actually talk about like Mephisto or anything like that, or at least mention him other than just saying demon. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
assuming it could have been one
Well,
of
I
the
think
devils of
Madison
hell.
might have like a more continuous role.
Yeah,
It kind of
like
seems like they were setting her up to like be kind of like Wong's kind of like sidekick or something, hanging
yeah,
out with him all the time.
yeah, more
And I
so.
hated how they spoiled a bunch of Sopranos stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm never a fan when one show spoils another show.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, what if someone else gonna watch The Sopranos?
I, I don't know,
What
man.
about it, man?
I don't even know who the characters were.
Some major plot points were just spoiled out the butthole.
I guess
Oh, this is
if you're gonna watch The
lame.
Sopranos, or maybe wait a while before going back to it. But yeah, I thought episode 4 was great. I liked it. I'm interested to see how they're gonna keep like expanding on the Marvel universe, because that's how I view She-Hulk at this point. This is There's so
Mm-hmm.
many cameos and everything like
Yeah.
that. Just strange choices, oddball characters. It's a little bit like Suicide Squad to a certain extent, or it's like these other like lesser known characters. Like it's not Batman,
Yeah.
it's not the Joker. Of course my cat wants to be let out, but I did think it was great. I think it's cool. I like Madison. I like the her going to hell, and then
Two N's and a Y, but it's
yeah,
not where you think.
yeah. And then of course you have the unexplained wrecking crew, and you forgot to mention like her going on a Tinder date, which
Oh, right.
of course during the climax, which was sort of
Yeah,
strange at
that
the
was.
time.
Ah, that shit was. It was a lot. All right, it was a lot.
Yeah, she like went on a Tinder date, and
Guess I'll have to hydrate for backlog. He's not doing it.
what do you mean? I just did. I just drank
No, I
this.
also hydrated though. It's fine.
We gotta give ADHD. We have to give him his points. We can't give him his points back. We need those
It's true.
for we gotta collect those points.
For the cult.
For the Colts.
Mhm.
But yeah, no. There was like the climax of course, Johnny Blaze being a guy who's like in malpractice. Um, using magic, and of course that's how Madison makes a contract with the demon.
Yeah,
And
because she gets sent to like literally hell, and
yeah, like what it sounds to be a few different dimensions or something like that. Like,
yeah,
um,
he was sending people to various places.
yeah, um, and then obviously he winds up with Wong, and then Wong's upset. Basically says that Johnny Blaze is a hack,
Yeah.
and you know, they have this sort of like back and forth between them, where it's like,
Going for like
you
a
know,
cease and desist on magic.
yeah, like Wong is like very much like a very like more of a petty person than I expected.
Yeah. No, that's Wong.
He's incredibly petty, and you know, the fact that, you know, anyway, so they wind up like, you know, I did think it was weird, the dynamic of like Jen going on what would be what the hell's it called, like
Tinder.
their version of Tinder, and she's like,
It was
oh,
Tinder.
well, it was like called Match. It wasn't called Tinder. It was just called
Was
Matches,
it?
or yeah, it was just called Matches.
Oh.
Um,
Eh.
it's fine. Yeah, but
It
yeah,
was
so
Tinder.
so it was like their version of Tinder, and she's like, oh well, you know, this is really hurtful to Jen, who, and then she turns into She-Hulk and then changes her profile and everything like that.
Yeah.
And so the thing that I still think is weird is like, okay, so you're trying to tell me that Jen Walters, a lawyer, is gonna have trouble matching with the guys on.
Well, she didn't really have trouble. It's just the guys that she matched with weren't the guys that she wanted, right?
There's no way. There's no way she
Because
would ever
she
have
had those
trouble.
like 3 dates or whatever in
Yeah,
the place. You know, those
yeah,
guys were just intentionally made to be like the worst people you'd ever want to go on a date with.
but it implies that like her She-Hulk version is like way better looking than
Better.
her regular
Yeah.
version.
Yeah.
It's gonna get the dates that she wants.
Well, it's like well, it's like how she got the date she wanted, and then she banged the guy apparently, and then in the morning the guy sees, wait, who the fuck are you? You know,
Yeah, because she goes from being
like,
She-Hulk
oh yeah,
to
no,
Jen. Yeah.
I'm She-Hulk. Yeah, this is me, Jen. Like, oh cool, I gotta go.
Well, yeah, because she essentially catfished him.
Yeah,
She
kinda, yeah,
No, not kinda. She did.
yeah. It was kind of. I mean, both sides are her, so it's not really a catfish.
I don't think that she was being. She
It's
definitely
kind of like a
wasn't
gray
being.
zone, I
She
feel.
wasn't being
You know?
100% transparent. Let's put it to you that way. It wasn't.
Oh,
It
for
wasn't.
sure. Yeah.
She's being like very dishonest. And so yeah, so you know, then it was that, and you know,
But she would never have any problems getting any matches.
no, definitely not. She would be 100% fine. She would get 5 times the matches that, you know,
Yeah.
you and I would get. It doesn't matter. Anyway.
Well, that's because, you know, I'm ugly, so. No.
Aw. I didn't want to say it, but you know.
I know, but I did.
Uh, uh, but yeah, so you know, obviously, then you know, with Johnny Blaze practicing still, he opens up a portal to hell, brings a bunch of demons through. Then Wong is summoned from I think, is it Madison or Madison's friend or something like that. I can't quite remember, but either way, Wong finds out about it, asks for Jennifer's help, and then they, you know, send the demons back. And then, you know, basically the episode ends with uh, uh, Titania trying to trademark She-Hulk.
She did trademark She-Hulk.
She did trademark She-Hulk. So it's
Yeah,
going to become like
She-Hulk
a
is her title.
right. It's going to become some
And
kind of like legal battle or something.
yeah, I guess so. Which is like the only, I guess, like story thread that we have right now.
Yeah, like I'm wondering if this is going to lead to some kind of a climax or something like that. I
Yeah,
would
I
be
don't know.
curious.
It's kind of what they might be going for, to have some kind of semblance of a story.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
be
This
curious.
episode is better than episode 3.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not saying much, but better.
I get, you know, honestly, I give this episode a 7. What do you give it, man?
Oh, 5.5 because of Madison
Oh, damn.
and
Oh, well.
Wong. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they do really help. I think a lot of the thing about She-Hulk is that as much as she jokes about having like a cameo show, I think that She-Hulk definitely needs other characters to
joke.
make her These are the characters that make her interesting.
She-Hulk could be interesting, but they just decided to really lean into more of the complete comedy aspect of She-Hulk.
Yeah, you're right. If it wasn't a comedy, I don't think they would have needed all these
She-Hulk
extra.
is a comedy, right? But it also has like some more serious moments and some like actual fights and stuff like that. But this one just kind of meanders along and leans on all the comedy.
The if you let me finish, sir, I would have said
Okay.
She-Hulk. She-Hulk is if She-Hulk wasn't just a comedy, I don't think that they would have to lean on these extra characters. But I think if it was something serious, it would turn into something like I don't know.
No, you don't. You don't want a serious She-Hulk, right?
No, no, no,
You
no,
want
no.
to find like a blend. You want to like hit that mix. You want to hit like that Thor Ragnarok
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
kind of
But
mixture.
but if it was serious, I think it would turn into something like the hell's the name of that show? Lucifer. It would turn into something like that. Like if it was trying to be more serious. You know, like
Yeah,
I don't know if
possibly.
you've ever seen Lucifer.
A little bit, not much of it. It didn't really interest me that much.
I tried, but it just
I know people love it, but
yeah. That's why I tried it. You know, I was like, oh, this could be interesting, and then just like August even said jokingly, it becomes a procedural police like show, drama slash comedy, where it's like what if Castiel was actually Satan, but also it's a police show.
but also it's a police show.
Also, it's a police show. That's
Don't
really the
forget the
best I could describe
police.
it. But anyway, man. So uh, we don't have too much time, but I think we can squeeze in. We should probably squeeze in here. Kamen Rider Geats at least.
We have some time.
We have roughly half an hour, maybe.
Yeah, we got some time. But Geats.
Yo, what did
So
you
Kamen
think
Rider Geats.
of Kamen Rider Geats episode 1, man?
It was all over the place. It kind of I feel like it did like a red herring kind of setup, and we thought we were with the main character for like the whole thing, but we actually weren't with the main character for the whole thing.
Right.
And I feel like it set up the world really well. I'd say this is one of the best like first episodes of a Kamen Rider so far. It it did a lot in a little bit of time.
So here's my thing
Like we
about the
know the
beginning.
winner gets to reshape the world,
Yeah.
and we learn that there's like it's all just like a massive tournament thing. We learned they can turn back time. Like, yeah,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
there's a lot going on.
And so for me, the confusing part was what seemed like to these people that it was a dream that had
Yes.
happened. So like they just woken up to this dream that was then being reset.
That actually happened, but then everything was reset when
Right.
Geats won the whole shebang.
So it makes me think that well, I mean, obviously this takes place. It's either a video game, like some kind of computer, or a dream, like a physical, like in your dream, in the time that within that you sleep or something like that. That this tournament will take place.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just rattling off these as ideas.
Fair.
I think
I think it's like a mythological thing. I think there's like just like this higher power that has like this tournament, and it's just kind of bored, and it's like, all right, here, whoever wins this shit,
yeah.
you get to remake the world how you want.
You
See
know,
how it goes.
but well, I mean, but then again, when they reawoke, everything was fine, right?
Yeah.
Right? Did his girlfriend person or the other person he was with, did she remember him? I can't remember.
They didn't interact again.
Okay, so we don't know that. We don't know like
We don't
how.
know. We know that the main guy we were not the main guy, the guy that we were following,
Right.
when he touched the new driver, when they were like, "Oh, you've been chosen," like he got all of his memories back. so he knew everything that transpired. So I assume the same thing happened with the girl because she was also chosen as a writer because she's like, wait, I'm gonna be a Kamen writer,
That's right. Yeah, I
and
forgot
then
about
it
that.
went fade to black.
What do you think of Gohan and Piccolo's new form? Dude, I think that both forms are really cool. I personally think I enjoy out of the two Piccolo's form better, but that's only because there's so many damn Super Saiyans at this point. Like, give Yamcha or give them a form. Give somebody
Who?
who. I'm sorry, these are older characters. You may not know who they are. Uh, give
Where's Launch's new form? You know, like,
purple launch.
yeah, she
Uh,
coughs and turns into Purple Launch.
yeah, exactly. But no, I think they're both great. I think Orange Piccolo is super dope. I do even think that potential unlocked Piccolo, like the yellowish form's kind of neat. And then Gohan Beast is really dope, and comes in clutch near the end of that movie. Um, but yeah, so with Geats,
Geats.
I did think okay. So the mythological thing, I think you're onto something because it gives the impression of like some kind of like Olympus
Yeah, it does. Like
with
we literally
them
like shift to like the sky, and
and
then like there's like an
like
arena
pillars.
thing and
Yeah,
pillars and like yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I think the pillars and everything. I think my only like real problem with that first episode is that I
Mhm.
am now I I liked the other Geats user. I liked him so much that I don't want
You liked the
I
character you thought was the main character.
yes, I don't want like and I'm sure like it's probably like you can be just I want to be just like him. This is the example of who I should be.
Yeah.
That if he doesn't become him, I'm going to be disappointed at this point because
Well,
I
we have our Geats, right? We have him. He's apparently just a combat veteran. Um and we know how this like mythological tournament thing works. Like you get points for saving people, you get points for killing monsters, you get points for destroying the castle.
yes.
Apparently killing the castle was enough points for him to literally just win outright.
Yep. Uh,
And like I don't know. I don't know where we go from there. Like do we actually just next episode will we just like transition to from Ace's point of view and then that's just Gates? Or will we continue following Mr. Guy that got the red buckle now? I mean, not the red, green buckle now.
yeah. I think
Maybe he'll
honest.
be a secondary writer. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Like,
think I think they definitely the great thing they one really good thing that they did with the first episode is that they made it so obviously the next episode you have no fucking clue what's gonna happen
yeah,
next,
who the
and it doesn't feel like I think I do agree with you. I think it's like one of the better first episodes of a Common Writer, at least that we've watched, because it's so over the top and crazy, and
is, yeah.
it does that thing where it shows you probably what the ending's going to be like before the beginning, or at least the first arc. Uh, but yeah, man, I'm really excited to continue the show.
Yeah, we got a new episode to watch tomorrow at Common Writer Club.
By the way, guys, yeah, we have Common Writer Club here in my Discord. If you just type in !Discord into the chat, you can join us. We watch Common Writer every Monday from 6 p.m. to roughly 8 p.m., maybe a little bit later. We're watching Common Writer Geats. We're watching Futo PI, and then we're going to be watching the Tokusatsu Japanese Spider. So that should be really fun, and I can't wait to continue Geeks, man. It's gonna be a really good time. Now, what rating
Hopefully.
would you give this first episode?
Ooh, I think I'm at like an 8.5. Uh I
Damn, yeah,
like from a common writer perspective, I'm like an 8.5 because I feel like the first episode just really showed us pretty much everything we need to know about what's going on for the most part, like how the world works, who the characters that we are following are gonna be like, and who they are like as people.
Uh, you would join, but you're in a different time zone. What time zone are you in
You just
there?
have to do some time zone math, I
Well,
guess.
we're on at that. Oh, so I should clarify. That's 6 p.m.
Eastern
Eastern time. 6 p.m. Eastern time. Um, but yeah, man,
or 3 p.m. Pacific time.
yes. But yeah, man, I don't know what I'd give it. I'd give it probably like a strong 7. I don't want to
Yeah, that's
because
fair.
because I don't want to because the next episode could be trash.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I'm
You
just
know.
rating it on the first episode, like how well it set up the world and how well it set up the characters. I'm giving it a lot of praise for that.
Yeah, for sure. And I think more importantly, it made the actual common writer look awesome.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big part of as much as the world building is like first and foremost you want to have a cool common writer. If that doesn't happen, then
Well, you had that random dude come in. He's like, "Holy shit, this is awesome! What's this?"
yeah, there was a guy watching the TikTok stream that was really digging common writer. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, man,
We got a new fan right there, dude.
for sure, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he did. Who knows? He may join us eventually. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
usually, and I think the other thing to mention, we're going to be trying to start having more people on to talk with us on streams, talk with us on podcasts. I think goal of ours is like to build more community around the podcast and the streaming in general. So we really want to hear from you and anybody listening or anybody watching. I want to have people on to talk about whatever it is we're talking about, or just
Yeah.
talk about anything really. Um,
Yeah. We, we,
so,
want, we want to be more social than we have been before.
absolutely. Um, yo, what did you think
Yo.
of the Street Fighter Six Kim-Juri gameplay that had come out? Because I did not get a chance to look at it, unfortunately. I don't know if you.
Well, so basically we got to see about 14 minutes of Jury versus Kimberly, and we learned kind of like
Oh man,
how
this.
Kimberly works a little bit, and we learned how Jury works a little bit. And basically, Kimberly has a secondary resource.
Huh.
She has paint cans, and she can use these paint
Oh.
cans to empower her moves or do special moves. And she seems to have to do a certain thing to like restock them. We see her kind of like fumble with something and then like pull out a paint can right before Jury kicks her in the face. So she can restock those, and she's a lot of guy. Like she's got her own like style, but you definitely see like the guyisms.
Yeah, I mean, guy slash, uh,
Zeku.
Zeku, which it looks like
Yeah.
she actually has like guys standing light kick, or at least like it looked like she was fishing with that, which is like a really really good light kick. I believe he can cancel Zeku can cancel off of. I don't know if other characters or if Guy had that light kick. A lot of
I don't really either. I don't know too much about the guy character.
what Guy had done was he was very much rush down. Um, when he would hit you, he was able to dash in, and then he could pick whether he wants to do like a low, an overhead, jumping attack,
Yeah.
into like command grab, that kind of thing. But yeah, man, with Jury, I'm curious to see how much she's like her Street Fighter 4 version. Um,
This
of
jury is looking kind of like the best version of jury,
You think so?
cause yeah, she doesn't have the constraints of the stock system anymore. It seems like.
Right.
because she has access to all of her moves apparently, and then instead can just do like empowered versions of them if she expends some of her secondary resource or one of her secondary resource. I don't know if she gets it back. I don't know how she gets it back though. That's one of the big things.
Yeah, I think like her basically having an entire game plan around one fireball is one of her one of like her major weaknesses, and it basically it was like fireball and then also her dashing, her like side dashes and stuff like that. I feel it was like very limited to her being a like it limited the way she would fight quite a bit. I mean, of course, I don't know how she fights in current Street
Well,
Fighter.
the stock system like really limited her because you
Right.
literally just couldn't use stuff unless you stocked that first and then you could use it.
That's right. I forgot. Like, yeah, she would have to
She
have
worked kind of
like
like
stock moves.
Jam in Guilty Gear, where Jam has to like stock
Yeah.
moves to
Yep.
use the movie. Yeah.
It's a strange choice to go from what she was originally playing as into, you know, like restricting her with stocking moves and stuff. I don't really understand why
I don't
because
know.
she wasn't broken in Street Fighter 4. So I don't know who was like, you know what we should do is should make her stock moves so that she's not
Maybe they just thought
viable.
it'd be really interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, it's very like super experimental in terms of like what they were gonna do. This just looks like
Yeah.
Street Fighter 4 Jury now, honestly.
She looks
She
really fun.
yeah, Street Fighter 4 Jury is good. I don't
The
know.
fact that you're not like constrained, awesome. I think they kind of finally hit the happy medium between like having stock stuff and not having stock stuff, where she just has all of her moves, but she can empower, like the DP for example, she can blow a stock to empower her DP and stuff like that.
Well, she does have some kind of like sub engine with the tandem like icons there that apparently do something. I don't know if you
Yeah, that's what she uses to empower the moves. Like
currently.
she has the two up there
Mm-hmm.
in the Street Fighter 6 footage. She has
Yep.
like the yin and yang with the two. That's her stock. That's her new stock, but it's generic stock.
Okay.
So it's not required for anything. It just will empower something
Gotcha.
instead.
Okay. Yeah, and then but it also looks like at the same
Like
time.
in this gameplay demo, we saw her empower her low fireball,
Mhm.
and it looked like it hit freaking meaty because she literally got like a combo off of it.
Huh. Oh,
Yeah,
so she almost
it was
canceled off of it. I mean, it could be she
yeah, it was just
FADC'd
jumping.
as
Maybe
well. Um,
it's kind of hard to tell really what's going on when we don't know the full breadth of the mechanics, right?
this
So
so first of all with
the gameplay looks really clean though, really fun. Oh, Kimberly has like a smoke screen dash kind of thing. She like kind of like throws like a paint can down,
mhm.
and she can like dash away or dash like a little bit away, like dash further away or dash a little
Yeah,
bit away. Yeah,
she was just
oh, she's
spamming
doing
that.
it on the
Yeah.
video there. Yeah,
Yeah,
but she's
maybe that's
not
her
invincible during it.
maybe that's her
It's
version of the run cancel
yeah,
that guy
maybe.
had. But I will say her walk cycle is trash. It looks so stupid. Um,
she's just jamming the beat,
prancing.
dude.
I'm not really feeling the walk cycle, and for that
Yeah,
one, I'm not even kidding. For that one reason, I probably won't touch this character. But
that's fair.
I do think like it's cool that she has like guy stance and everything like that. But what I just I don't know.
She
Not
also has like a unique win pose thing. For her win thing, she like walks into the background and then she slides forward into the foreground.
hmm.
And people are like, well, "That's freaking weird. I'm not used to these characters like breaking this 2D space like that."
Oh, that's right. I saw that. I saw that. I saw that. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, it looks pretty damn interesting so far. I still haven't seen who I'm going to main yet in this game. Um,
Yeah, I don't really know who. I'll probably try out Jury, try out Chun, of course,
yeah, Jury
but
Chunners.
I don't know who to actually play. I gotta see more characters.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I mean, I'm probably gonna keep it Guile if I'm being
Okay,
100%
that's
honest.
fair. I mean,
Uh,
Guile looks really cool.
yeah, I mean,
It's so does Ryu. Honestly, I might play Ryu
there's nothing. I mean, there's
or
nothing wrong with that.
Hoboken. I don't know.
Hoboken.
There's actually a lot of characters I'm interested in now that I think about it. Like Kimberly seems cool also. I like how she can kind of like do what seems like a mix up from that like paint screen thing she
Hmm.
does.
Yeah, like I said, I do think that it's
It
her.
reminds me of Slayer's Dandy Step.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I know what you're saying now. Yeah.
Yeah, like where he like dashes back and then he can dash forward, or he can literally like side switch on you,
Hmm.
like all that crazy stuff.
Well,
It kind of reminds me of that.
his basic dash can just side switch in general. But yeah,
Yeah,
you're
but his
right.
dandy step is what I'm literally talking about, where he literally like, dashes back and then dashes forward.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I'm definitely interested to see who they come out with next. Even
Yep,
though the whole lost
it'll probably be
roster,
Cammy.
the whole
It'll probably be
roster is
Cammy.
leaked at this point. Yeah, that's very
Cammy will
true.
probably be the next showcase because that was the other thing that we saw leaked
Mhm.
footage of along with Jury.
Right. Um, but yeah, man. After doing some math, I've come to the conclusion that I'm 5 hours ahead of you. Where are you? Where are you? ADHD.
That's big. That's big ahead.
Yeah, it's big ahead. Yeah. Um, but yeah, man. I'm really excited to see what happens to Street Fighter 6. I can't wait.
Yep, 6 is looking great. It just keeps looking better and better. It looks so clean. I love how much like impact the hit have.
Yep.
Like the aesthetics are on point. I don't know how much I'm actually gonna like the aesthetics in play because like some of like the trails and stuff might really like screw with me like visually,
The
but
trails? Oh, okay.
we'll see. Yeah, like the it seems like a lot of attacks have like a built-in kind of like focus attack like trail
Yeah,
thing.
that
Whoops.
it's big Street Fighter 4 energy. That's really what
Yeah,
it's.
a lot of like paint streaks and like smoke stuff everywhere. Very graphically intensive Street Fighter, which is
Yeah.
weird considering they went so minimalistic with Street Fighter 5. Like
Yeah.
did they realize that people just love like the more flashy, showy Street Fighter 4? Maybe.
I would honestly, I still think that they have a lot of work to do in terms of the aesthetics department, in terms of like
Visual
just
clarity.
visual clarity and also just like the weight screen, the character select screen that they showed there at the beginning of the gameplay trailer was like it looked horrible. Like Jury just standing on a
Very
tire.
basic.
It's just very
Yeah.
like a PNG behind them. Um, but yeah, I think they're in the right direction. I think Street Fighter 4 is the perfect. It's like it's one of the best Street Fighters, like in terms of modern Street Fighter. I think it's better than 5 in my opinion. Um, but I mean, I'm glad that they're bringing back a whole bunch of new mechanics. I just think it's in the right vein. But yeah, man. So
Yeah.
what? And I know like we can kind of wrap this up here on this, but yo, what are like, and if I was riding a car with you, contestants, and out of
Yeah.
curiosity, and we're gonna put on some music, and you were like, and of course, I'm not talking like regular music. I'm talking about video game original soundtracks. And I was like, yo, play me your best stuff. Play me your favorite video game soundtracks in your car. What are we listening to, man?
Uh honestly, I'm probably hitting you with the Chrono Trigger OST.
That's a solid one. Okay.
Like the Land of Zeal is just such a fucking banger. Um I love the prison the prison theme, like all of the Chrono Trigger music is just so good.
Mm-hmm.
Even like the most simple stuff, like the festival theme, that just kind of like earworms, just straight in there, dude.
The festival.
Future themes,
Yeah.
like it's just so good. It's just so good.
Um,
It's from a simpler time, but it's just really solid.
I will say that I did get really tired of the battle theme by the end of Chrono Trigger, though.
How dare you?
Well, you know, I don't think that that's that crazy. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
like it. I don't know. I like it.
But by the end of it, I was like, okay, all right, Chrono Trigger, I'm done. Tapping out. Done with the soundtrack. Well,
They broke it up with some banger boss themes, though.
the boss themes were really good. Can't really
Yeah.
beat those down. And then you know, what was the oh my god, in the future, what was the like the library, or like when you go into like a library or something like that in no, not, is it the future or is it the past?
Oh, Zeal?
Zeal, yeah,
Yeah,
Zeal's
yeah,
like
it's Zeal.
Zeal's theme.
Yeah,
You
Zeal has
probably
a stupid good theme.
yeah,
There's like there's like 3 Zeal themes, I think.
you pretty much just like go to sleep and
It's good.
yeah, man. But yeah, Zeal's theme was really good. I'm thinking, you know what, Donkey Kong Country 1 comes to mind for me.
Yeah, that's really good.
All of the entire soundtrack.
All these like jungle beats.
Or
Yeah, it's just good.
or like the, you know, the aqua theme, or you know, and anything really, like I think is a great choice for the game. But man, what I could say you couldn't go wrong really with a lot of the Final Fantasy soundtracks as well.
That's
Uh,
fair.
but with that, do you have a top five of what you'd be giving me?
A top 5 like OSTs.
Yes, top five OSTs of all time, man.
I think it'd be like Chrono Trigger,
Yep,
Persona 5.
that's a pretty good one. Yeah,
Yeah.
can't go wrong with that.
Uh Metal Gear Revengeance, Donkey Kong Country 2. I preferred 2 over 1. Sorry.
The soundtrack. I mean, I think you're crazy on
Yeah.
that. Well,
No,
okay, no, you're not crazy on that. You're not crazy on that.
I don't know. And then, oh man, Final Fantasy 6 or 10. It's a hard choice between those two.
Okay, all right. I can't look. I can't actually argue with that because I think 8 has a fantastic soundtrack. But
Okay, 8 does have a good soundtrack, but I just have such a bias against 8 in general, so
yeah, man, a lot
yeah.
of people really don't like 8. I don't.
They
I
have
don't.
shitty systems. What can I say?
All right, yeah, that's fine. I don't think that it's hard to top. Go from the materia system to like what is it, the magic draw system? Yeah, dude, I wasn't feeling it either. I didn't
The
fully.
system that discourages you from actually using your spells because those are your stats.
Yeah, yeah, I don't. I guess I don't fully understand the
Yeah.
system
What
itself.
is it? It's like the Aether system or some shit like that. The
Doesn't
Aether
it
draw. I don't
also
know, something like that.
doesn't it also like not actually
Esper,
matter?
Esper, Esper. That's one.
Come on, buddy.
It determines all your power basically,
Yeah, I mean, and then you have like summons that have.
and certain enemies drop certain cards. Like,
What about triple triad though? Come on.
cool, triple triad, neat card game, sure, but packaged with kind of a dumpster game.
I think
Also, the
it's
story of 8 wasn't very good. And Squall was super unlikable, and like. I don't know. 8 just had so many things. Oh, 8's story also had no like cohesion, and it made no goddamn sense.
Is it
Like
because it
90% of 8'ness.
is it because it might be in a dream?
Yeah, or maybe it's not. I don't know.
Well, the whole idea is that the
Oh wait, is
creator
Squall dead? I don't know.
the creator leaves it up for like your opinion on what happened at
Yeah.
the end. He doesn't.
Yeah, but that's just it's so we don't have a lot to work with.
I like my foot fell asleep.
I think that's my biggest like being an open-ended ending isn't bad in itself, but we just didn't have I feel enough world building slash like clues to really figure out what the hell was going on.
yeah.
Like we were missing crucial pieces of the story that we'll never get.
Yeah. I mean, like I don't think that the ending is as satisfying as like 7 or even 6, where it's like, you get a definitive answer. 8 was very
Yeah.
like left very much open ended, and sort of like there's a lot
10
of
gave you a definitive, 9 gave you a definitive.
yeah.
Like I don't know. I just don't know what the hell 8 was doing.
Yeah. I still need to play through 5. Damn, man, it's on my
Five,
list.
five's good.
I have it on my Game Boy Advance. I gotta play it, man. But man,
Nice.
like if I were gonna give you a top 5, man, this is
Yeah,
so
give me that
difficult.
top
It's
5.
gonna be so
Hit
difficult.
me.
I'm gonna say what comes to mind. Devil May Cry 5. As long as you take out all the extra songs and you just leave it to the actual.
Oh, okay.
No, like the actual soundtracks that that they made, not like the problem with the actual song, like when I pre-ordered 5, right? And they give you the soundtrack. They give you like every version of those songs
Yes.
that like are ones without lyrics, ones that they play between
Yeah, I
stages.
looked up the whole soundtrack on YouTube and it
It's
was just
confusing.
like a billion tracks long. I'm like, wait, what? There wasn't that many songs in this. Oh, there's like alternates of alternates. I see. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, bro. I'm gonna go as it's coming up to 1 a.m. I gotta get some. Gotta get to stream around 12 p.m. All right, man. I'll see you later, dude. Man, it was glad you stopped by there at EHD. I'll definitely have to stop by one of your streams sometime soon.
Yeah,
Uh,
he was General Grievous.
General Gravius.
Yep, that's what he said. Who he said he was.
Oh, on streaming.
Just in general as a person.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Um. Oh, but yeah,
Was it
man.
in our Discord, I think, or on your
Let me
TikTok
see.
or something?
I'm gonna
TikTok.
say.
TikTok.
I'm gonna say. Devil May Cry 5. Just the sound, just the actual full songs that
Is
were.
number one?
Uh, did I ask you your order?
I
Uh,
gave my order.
you gave your order. I don't have an order.
I
This is.
gave my order.
There is no order
Yeah.
to this, man. You could listen. You could put these like either direction. I think you'd be fine.
And it was a hard fought battle for number one between Persona 5 and
Oh,
Chrono
you
Trigger.
put a
Alright?
lot of
Like
thought
that
into
was
this.
that was yeah.
I'm gonna say Devil May Cry 5. I'm gonna say Donkey Kong Country 1. I'm gonna say damn, dude. I'm gonna say Final Fantasy 8. Say that has a really great OST. What else we got? Um, I know I have something in there. You know what? I'm gonna say Tekken 7.
Tekken 7.
Tekken 7 has a great soundtrack.
Okay.
Did you ever listen to it? Have you ever
Yeah.
actually? I mean, other than in the
I mean,
game.
I've played Tekken 7, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's probably a little old to the people that come through and play Tekken, but it's actually a good soundtrack. Oh, you know what? Screw that.
Good.
I'm taking that out. Taking that out. It's still really
Oh.
good. It's still top 10. I'm gonna put
Is it
Tekken.
Strive?
I'm gonna put Tekken Tag 1 in there.
Oh, okay.
Tekken Tag 1. Um, Tekken Tag 1 is in there. I had Marvel vs. Capcom 1.
One.
Yes, 1.
Oh, okay.
1 over 2.
1/2.
1 over
Damn,
2. I mean, 2 is still up there as well, but
it's a controversial one right there.
look, I I have a soft spot for classic Marvel like synth wave music.
Yeah, but 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 are they gonna take you on a ride? Banana, banana.
It it's never gonna people will never recognize Marvel 1's music like they do Marvel 2. It's not gonna happen.
You goddamn hipster.
Marvel 2 is like ingrained into like the fighting game OST of history. Like
It is. Yeah.
it's very good. I mean, I could easily put CVS 2 in there as well, but man, what is another really really good fighting game soundtrack? I mean, you could probably say something like King of Fighters 13, but then again, that doesn't. I don't know. That's not very fair. You could cheat. Actually, you could cheat. You could cheat. I'm gonna go ahead and cheat. I'm gonna say Smash Ultimate.
Oh wow, that's big cheats.
Smash Ultimate.
It's not fair that the Smash Ultimate soundtrack's a mash of a bunch of the best
It's
soundtracks. What's going
probably
on?
one of the best soundtracks ever. Just saying. Persona 5 is definitely up there as well. I mean, I would listen, even though I haven't beaten it, nor will I ever beat it.
Rivers in the Desert.
Rivers in the desert. Um, Man, let me just like look around this over here.
I want to put an honorable mention of
Go ahead.
Guilty Gear Strive.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put Guilty Gear XX.
XX?
No, no, no.
Okay.
Well, X2. I'm gonna put in.
X2.
I'm gonna say Guilty Gear X2 is up there for. Oh no! You know what? No. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's real good.
Yeah, you can listen to that anytime. It's a banger. But but there's so many. I could keep going.
There's a lot of really good just like video game soundtracks.
It's like I think we had talked about it and how like the Oscars or something like that we're gonna put in a video game soundtrack area, and it's like and then I knew that none of those like those titans of albums that we just mentioned will ever get recognized for being amazing.
True.
It's a damn shame. It hurts my hipster heart, I guess.
Persona gets a lot of love at least.
Yeah, but it's never gonna be in the Oscars.
Nope, it's not. But
Not
it's in my heart.
maybe if like Persona 6 comes out, if big if
Maybe.
if it ever comes out, and I only mean that because God knows when that will drop.
Yeah.
We'll get a Persona 5 Golden Royal Extreme before we ever get Persona 6, I guess.
Where's our Persona 5 Ultimatrix Arena Super Brawl 4000?
I don't want to confirm this because I heard it from Giuna. Do you know Giuna?
No.
You don't know the HC streamer?
Nope.
He had said that he had mentioned and I heard this secondhand that they were going to be making a P5 arena.
Oh, really?
I heard that.
That'd be super neat. I'd probably play that.
I wouldn't be surprised if if that happened since they just re-released P4U
or Ultimax Arena.
Yes.
With rollback.
With rollback. And I think they're using it as like a metric to see, what people are into.
Sometimes I hate fighting game titles.
Yeah. I mean, that's why, what was it? Goddamn Dead Rising 4 had that stupid title for the DLC. If you remember hearing about that. And we'll read it to you, see if we can find it. Dead Rising for DLC. Not that. Is it Dead Rising 4? Not Frank's Big Package. It's something else. It was.
Oh, we're running out of time, sir.
It's okay. Anyway, it was like something like in the trailer, they were like 4 plus 5 EX over 7 or something. Like they really stretched it out. And then, they didn't quite say, they just stopped short of saying like, and Knuckles, but they're kind of getting
Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series. Which, boy, man, who knew that Beautiful Joe for the PS2 would become a meme, you know? I didn't. But anyway, Quintessence, where can people find you, man?
Oh, you can find me streaming some variety and mostly fighting games over at twitch.tv/QuintessenceHD.
It's sick, man. Right?
Yeah.
I am going to be playing Tekken 7 this week, but, and some Dragon Ball Infinite World. Just gotten through that. I'm probably going to play through it again one more time because I guess there's a bunch of extra content that I hadn't seen before.
Oh.
Which, I mean, there's more movie stuff second way through. There's also more mini games. Like, there's a mini game where you Kikoho, like Cell playing as Tien, just stuff like that.
Weird.
Yeah. There's like a bunch of other mini games, and you get to play as like.
I think that unlocked a memory because I remember doing the Tien thing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know. I never had Infinite World growing up, so this is the first time I've ever played it. Yeah. But I will also be starting to mix in other games as well. I don't know what I'm going to mix in yet. But I'm going to find out and we'll pick something up this week, and I'll let you guys know by tomorrow, probably. But yeah, you can find the backlog on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube. We're on TikTok. We're on literally everything at this point. And yeah, check us out on Twitch and anywhere you can find podcasts. And hey, if you enjoy the podcast or, if you're a fan of the podcast, if you could give us 5 stars or a good rating on whatever you listen to us on, that would be extremely helpful and would help other people find us. But other than that, guys, I hope you had a good night. This has been the Backlog Podcast number 31, and we will see you soon. Peace out, y'all.
Take care. Bye.